What is going on, collectors of YouTube? I am back with another review video, and as you can see, I am reviewing the Mortal Kombat Reptile from Storm Collectibles. I'm very excited to be reviewing this guy. I've been waiting a while, especially on Big Bad Toy Store, and I think a lot of people that ordered this guy from Big Bad Toy Store had the same problem. First he was set to release in, I believe it was October, then it got pushed to November, then it got pushed to December, then it got pushed to January. And pretty much at that time, I was just like, well, whenever it releases, it releases. But the pictures that I saw, I really wanted to add this guy to my collection because, going back to Mortal Kombat was just an awesome game in general. And Reptile, I believe he did make his appearance in Mortal Kombat 1. You couldn't pick him. He was basically one of the secret characters that you had to do so many things before you could fight him. But basically, he was just a palette swap of like Sub-Zero. I think it was Sub-Zero or Scorpion. But anyways, Reptile was just an awesome character to choose in the game, especially in Mortal Kombat 2 when you could choose him. And basically you found out that, Reptile, that, he's basically a reptile with, the whole ninja outfit and, the skin and everything. But his finisher was he would take his face off and, basically eat your head. And, that was just a very awesome finishing move. But all that aside, all rambling aside, let's get this guy opened up and see what he's all about. So out of the packaging, I gotta say, this is by far my favorite figure from Storm Collectible. I would even say that he's a little bit better than Sub-Zero, and mainly for the fact of all the accessories that he comes with. Keep in mind that this is pretty much the same figure as Sub-Zero and Scorpion, and then of course the special edition Noob Saibot. It's just, you're getting different color palette swaps, That's basically what it is. But they're still really well done figures, and then the amount of accessories that this guy came with, it was well worth the price that I paid, which was $55 on Big Bad Toy Store. He's basically $5 more than Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Mainly because I think just because he just came out, and then because he does come with all these different accessories. As you saw at the beginning of the video, this is the special edition one. Basically, it's the same figure except they put some blood splatter on. I personally like the blood splatter, and it wasn't really my intention to get the blood splatter one. It was just the clean version was sold out, so this was basically my next choice. But I'm not complaining. I would actually prefer the bloody variant. Heck, when these guys are fighting in Mortal Kombat, they get bloody, so it makes sense. So, anyways, as you can see, really well detailed figure. You have the classic Reptile slime that's attached to his hands. So let's get him off this base and get a little bit more in depth with him. So yeah, the slime pieces are easily able to attach to his hand. Kind of like how the Sub-Zero figure was. You just attach the Ice Blast to his hand. Real easy. Just make sure you play around with his the little rubber fingers to be able to get into the slot. Yeah, basically just little slime pieces that came with Reptile. Really nice touch, and I'm really digging the detail of how they made the plastic. Translucent green, which makes sense, and it looks like just that bubbling slime that Reptile would throw. So really cool that they included that. And then getting into the figure, so I'm not really going to get too much into the articulation because I explained it. I pretty much went broke it down with Sub-Zero. All the articulation. He's got the double jointed elbows, the double jointed knees. Um, Pretty much, his head can rotate. He's got butterfly joints. Uh, like I said, and then of course the Hollywood video. So I'm gonna leave cards basically just right here. Whoops. Yeah, just go back and look at my reviews of Hollywood Hogan and Sub-Zero, and it's basically the same articulation, just everything the same, especially with Sub-Zero. And like I said, it's basically just a repaint. That's all it is. But a really good one, mind you. I don't mind paying for this type of repaint from Storm because Storm puts out high quality figures. And one thing that I do dig is what Storm is doing with the ninjas. They're basically like painting their eyes to, match their color. Sub-Zero, of course, had the blue, and it's only natural that Sub-Zero would have the green. So, yeah, I mean, it's basically like a milky green, if you can see it. Really awesome. So I'm really digging that. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this and briefly go through the other accessories. So stay tuned. So moving on to the really awesome slime ball. A really iconic move in the Mortal Kombat series, dating all the way back to Mortal Kombat 2. It was just really awesome. I mean, just the move in general. Basically, he'd throw this ball at you, and then it would bounce you up, and then you could hit a combo on your opponent. And the way Storm really did this, I mean, it literally looks like a slime ball. I mean, you have the slime right here, and then the ball that's forming. I turn it to the side, and you can see it a lot better. But basically, yeah, I mean, that's exactly what it is. It's a slime ball, and one of my favorite moves. And I know that a lot of people would spam the slime ball, and with good reason, because it was a good way to do combos on your opponents. But yeah, getting more of a close up of the slime ball. I mean, just I mean, it literally looks like just like a giant booger. Something, as vile as Reptile would produce, and it makes sense, and it really fits. So I'm really digging just the detail, just that translucent green. It's what's really capturing me to this accessory. Very awesome. And if you're wondering, basically you use the same hands that you used for the little slime pieces. You use the same hands for the slime pieces and for the slime ball. So you just you go ahead and use these hands. I'll go ahead and I'll show off the other hands. But basically, like I said, it's the same hands from Sub-Zero and Scorpion, I'm sure. But I'll go ahead and show them off anyway. Basically, like I said, this is just a repaint, but with Reptile and Scorpion. I mean, with all the different characters, you're just getting different accessories, which is fine. Because Storm Collectibles, I'll go ahead and give them that pass because it's such a high quality figure. So, like I said, these are basically the same hands. You have a grabbing hand, which I guess you could put a weapon in there. So that's the only, basically this goes to his right arm. But this is the only hand that comes by itself. There's no left hand that matches with this one. So basically the other hands that you get is, of course, the flat hand. And then you get kind of like the half grip hand. And then, of course, the fist hands. Can't have a Mortal Kombat figure without fist hands. So, I mean, there's the hands. And then, of course, The main reason why I'm sure everybody got Reptile was because of the head. Very detailed, and of course, what Reptile wouldn't be complete without the iconic tongue. So you have the dinosaur head, which of course made its appearance in Mortal Kombat 2 with the finishing move, the head eat. Basically takes off his human face, his let me get the figure out of the camera shot. Basically takes off his face, exposes his true reptile form, and then eats your head. And this is very detailed, very sculpted. And of course, the mouth, focus. The mouth opens, of course. And then we get a little look on the inside. Got the bloody teeth from munching on human heads. Eyes are really done nice. I don't really see much of a flaw. Got the red in there, and then the black line. And of course, on top of his head, you got the scales. On the side, just really done nice, shaded nice. Really digging it. And then, of course, the tongue. Basically, just a solid pink. I'm just kind of wondering why they didn't add like any blood effects. I mean, they did with the rest of the figure and the hands. I don't understand why they wouldn't add it to the tongue. I mean, but you know what? It is what it is. So yeah, very, very awesome. So let me pause it, and then I'll get the reptile head on, show it off, what it looks like. So back on the rotating base, I just wanted to give you guys a 360 display of him. Just the way that this tongue looks, rotating him around. Very awesome in my opinion. It's got that really classic feel of Mortal Kombat, you know, of that finishing move, the whole tongue grab, and I can't be more happy than what I am with this guy. And the only thing that I I wish is that I could have gotten him a lot sooner. Because my plan was I was gonna review this guy before the end of the year, and he would have easily been on my top 10 list. But unfortunately, it didn't happen like that, and now we have him in January. And yeah, you know, it is what it is. A great start to the year with a great figure, and yeah, I mean, I can't ask for anything better. It's a great figure. If you're into Mortal Kombat and Storm Collectibles, definitely pick this guy up. I mean, if you're a Mortal Kombat fan, I mean, what are you waiting for? You know, if you already have Sub-Zero and Scorpion, don't let this guy, you know, pass you by, because like with all these Storm Collectible figures, he will sell out. With all the accessories that come with him, I can't be, like I said, I can't be happy enough. So that will about do it. This has been the Mortal Kombat Reptile from Storm Collectibles. Very awesome company. They came out last year, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they made their debut last year, starting off with the Mortal Kombat figures, and then of course they put out the Mike Tyson and the Muhammad Ali and Hulk Hogan. I would like to get my hands on those, but I mean, those are kind of out of the price range question. But I mean, hopefully one of these days I could at least grab one of them. So I will end my review here as I always do. Collect what you love. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. I'm always checking my phone, so if I receive a comment, I'll try to get back with you as soon as I can, because I love interacting with you all. And that's why, that's why I continue to do this. Even and yes, I know that I'm gonna let this drag on a little too long, and this is supposed to be about the reptile figure, but I'll throw this little dig in. I'm sure that all of you by now know about the whole YouTube controversy, but that's not why I do this. I do this because I love interacting with everybody. I love this hobby. It's very fun. I like reviewing the figures, given my 2 cents. Now, I know that you have hundreds of channels that have reviewed this guy, and of course, they've probably have way more subscribers than me. They probably go way more in depth and have better equipment, but this is just my little 2 cents. It's a hobby that I enjoy. I love collecting these awesome figures and getting to talk about them with all of you. So the more that you interact with me, I mean, the more that it'll make me want to keep doing these videos, because like I said, the interaction is why I'm going to continue to make these videos even after the whole YouTube thing. I mean, yeah, I mean, I never really thought that my channel was going to, become famous and all. I'd make that YouTube money, get YouTube rich and all that. I do this because it's fun. I have my full-time job and everything. So I mean, I'm not hurting. So it's not. I never planned on becoming YouTube rich. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and there's always more to come with all these awesome figures that are set to release this year. And as always, guys, I will see you all in the next video.